Hello everybody, I hope you're having a great day. I wanted to talk with you just a few minutes about word walls. They're one of my favorite things to talk about because I've seen the power that they can have in a classroom. So there are lots of different ways that you can create a word wall. And I'm not going to say that one is better than the other. They're just different, right? And so what I want to share with you today is what I've learned and what my experiences have been. So the word walls that I know about are built together with the teacher and the children. So that means that I, as the teacher, don't put up a whole bunch of words on the word wall when the children aren't in the room. Instead, I know what the words are that I want to go up on the word wall, but I let them be put on the word wall organically. That means they come up as the children need them. There's another way they might get on the word wall other than as they come up organically, and that might be through a phonics curriculum that I'm using. So let's say, for example, I'm teaching some phonics lessons and they're high frequency related and they have some suggested words that I use. Then at some point at the end of that lesson or during the middle of the lesson, whenever it feels right, I will say something like this to my students. I'll say, you know what? These high frequency words are so important. And if you can learn these words, how to read them and how to write them, you'll be able to read and write just about anything. Because the truth is, about 50% of the words in books are the basic 100 sight words. And so if a first grader can learn these rapidly, they can write them, they know them fast, then it will set them up for success for the rest of their life, really. So I'll say something to the boys and girls about how important and how special these words are and how much I want them to learn them. And then whatever words have been introduced during the phonics lesson, I'll say, let's go ahead and put these words on our word wall. I'll write them on the card and then on an index card with a black Sharpie. And I'll say to the students, can you tell me where this word would go? Where would we put it on the word wall? And I'm hoping that by then they'll know. We'll look at the first letter and we'll place it on the word wall right under the alphabet for that letter, the first letter. That would be how I could put them up based on a phonics curriculum. But let's say they come up organically through Writer's Workshop, for example, and I'm conferring with a student, or a student raises their hand and they say, Miss Hayes or Miss Rhonda, I don't know how to spell this word. Can you help me? And I'll say, well, what are you trying to write? What are you saying? And maybe I find out the word is, for example, about. So I might say, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, wow, that's one of our word wall words. This is a perfect chance for me to put a word on the word wall. And I say, boys and girls, let's do a workshop timeout just for a minute. I want to tell you something. Johnny has asked the greatest question. Johnny wants to know how to spell the word about. And that's one of those special, really important words that we're going to see in lots of books and that you're going to want to write about so many times. The word about is a little bit tricky because sometimes when we say it, we might say about. But sometimes when we say it, we might say it real fast and we might just say about. It's the same word, but we say it a little bit different. So if I say about or about, it's spelled the same way. So let's break it into parts. And can you listen with me when I say A? Yes, that's the letter A. So the word about begins with the letter A. Now I'm going to say it really slowly. Bout. About. So the next sound I hear is a B. And then there's a little chunk. Out. Yes, and that some of you are saying that's the word out, and you're right. So then I would write it on a card and I would spell it out loud. A-B-O-U-T, about. Now, who could tell me where this word could go on our word wall? Somebody's going to yell it out under the A. Then I will say, Johnny, this is the word you were wanting us to spell. Can you go show me where to put this on the word wall? And then the child goes over, puts it under the A. I come over with the stapler, or maybe even the children know how to use the stapler well enough they could do it. Okay, so the same kind of thing can be done during shared reading. It could be done during shared writing, interactive writing, whenever words come up. And the teacher's the one that should have the knowledge of the words that need to be on the word wall, right? They're the high frequency words. They kind of break some spelling patterns, possibly. And also they're exemplars. So this word, about, will be used as an exemplar for other words that begin with this A first syllable. Away, again. And so I'll use it as an example when they say, I don't know how to spell away, or I don't know how to spell other words that work like this, okay? So I hope this has been helpful for you for learning how to put words on your word wall with your children so that they know where they are and they can use it as a resource. Because after all, that's what it is. It's their first access to how to use a resource like a dictionary, and you want to build it with them so that they own it. Y'all have fun building those word walls. Bye.